welcome. I'm the one and only West Coast King, and welcome back to the Sounders Career here in England, episode number 2. And so far in this series, we're building a very nice squad. We've got some good players in Mastor and Blin. They should be good players for us down the road, so we've got to continue to develop them. But we're still in the transfer window. We're still looking at making some more moves, and we've got a lot of games coming up in this episode. We've got about 4 games in a week and a half, so it's going to test every bit of depth that we have on this team. We don't have a lot of it, but we're getting there. So first thing up is going to be a game against Brighton in league, so let's get into it. Here is a look at Brighton's starting 11 for this game. Again, another situation where I don't know too many of them, unless that's one of the Murphys that I know, and I know Solly March on the right. If that's Solly March, I'm not really sure. It's a lot of players. I think I know who they are, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not exactly sure what teams they actually play for. So it's names I've heard of, teams I'm not so sure of. So here's a look at our starting 11 for this game, and it's our full-strength starting 11, kind of. It's Oba, Marco, and Hachi Mastor up top, Evans, Ivanchitz, and Alonso in the middle, Remick, Marshall, Torres, and Mears, with Fry in goal. Alright, our first road game of this career, and let's see if we can't get 3 points out of it. I hope Brighton right now is in second place in the league, so it's going to be a tough game. There you go, to Brad. Now back to Marco. There you go. Back in to Brad. I'm just going to take a shot with Brad Evans. That's the first shot of the game. Oh, that was Ivanchitz. That was the first shot of the game, and it came in the 42nd minute. That's how unbelievably bad we both played in this one. Well, there's the whistle for halftime. One shot. There was one shot, I think, in that first half. We definitely dominated possession. We definitely played better than they did. But one shot combined from both teams. What a boring half. Alright, start of the second half now. Let's see if we can get something better going forward. I mean, we've definitely played better. We probably deserve to be winning this game. But we can't get any shots. And they haven't even come close. They're not going to shoot that. They are going to shoot that. And wow, Stephen Fry. Thank God it was right at him. I don't think Stephen Fry ever saw that ball coming. Can you get around this guy? You can just barely. Play the ball to Oba. There's an open opportunity. He can't convert, and the ball's over for a corner, I hope. All right, we're going to take this corner short to Marco. Come on, Marco. Do something with it. There you go. Play that ball in. There's Brad Evans, and he scores it. What a well-worked corner. I lost my words right there. I was so stunned that actually worked. Great job for Marco opening himself up for that cross. And what a diving header in front of goal from Brad Evans. The captain gets us on the board. 1-0 over Brighton. There you go. There you go. Oh! I had Ozzy play that. That's not where I wanted it to go, but that's okay. Ivanchitz lines it up. He pops it from the outside, and now we are all over Brighton. I think that was Ivanchitz. It was. What a goal from him on his weak foot. And it is 2-0 over Brighton. That was just a scrappy goal. The ball kept bouncing around in there. I couldn't get the right passes off. And the ball just finally fell to Ivanchitz on the edge, and he blasted it into that far post. What a shot. That was a great shot from Ivanchitz. Come on, Mastor. Keep going, Mastor. Oh, Mastor's out of energy, but he cuts it inside. Play that ball across. There's Freeberg in the middle, and it is 3 over Brighton. Man, after a terrible first half, we have turned it on in the second. A couple of counterattacks, a nice corner. God, for my life of me, I couldn't remember what that was called. A nice corner, and we got 3 goals on the road against the second place team right now. There's Ozzy. We're just going to play it back out here to Remick. Remick, put a good ball in. Back post. What a ball! Clint Dempsey can't direct it on target. That might be the best cross I've ever played in FIFA 16. That was perfect, exactly where I wanted it. Back post to Dempsey, but couldn't quite really get onto the end of it the way I wanted to. Here, Marco, that wasn't the pass I meant to play. Oh! Just clear it, just clear it. Nice play, Remick. Way to be on the end of that thing. Just trying to get that out. And there is the final whistle. Wow, I did not know that was the final whistle. Okay, we come away with a 3-0 victory. A very, very good second half after a shaky first. Gets us the 3 points on the road. Great performance from this team. Alright, we're going to get right into the next game. It's another league game, this time at home against Brentford. And we're going to rotate the lineup. There's only 3 days between games, so that means we got a lot of tired legs, and I want to make sure no one gets hurt. We can't afford any injuries. So here's the lineup we're going to go with. Dempsey up top, Ivanchitz and Nagel next to him. Evans, Blinn, and Alonso in the midfield. Sarr is going to come in and get his debut at left back. Marshall, Torres, and Mears remain in the back four as well, with Fry in goal. And here is Brentford's starting 11 for this game. I don't think I know anyone from that team, actually. McCormick actually in the right back, maybe a couple here and there. I don't really know that many of them, actually. That's all right. Okay, I think we can beat Brentford at home. Hopefully we can get 3 points from this one. All right, kickoff at CenturyLink Field. I'm looking to keep this run going. We've won both of our first 2 games in league. Let's see if we can keep this going. We got some good momentum building right here. I would love to get another 3 points in this one. C-Man going in. What a ball! How did Dempsey not put that away? Of all people on my entire roster, I would expect Dempsey to put that away. But that was a pretty decent save. That was a world-class save on that, actually. That was a great shot from Dempsey. I can't blame him at all. What a save. There you go. Marion Sarr, not exactly the one I wanted taking that. Wasn't too bad, but that's kind of who I ended up with, but that's okay. That's halftime. I feel like we played much, much better than they did, but we haven't gotten many shots off, many quality shots. The one we did have from Dempsey was just an incredible save from their keeper. Okay, there you go, yes. Very nice. Another one in. Not exactly where I want. Oh, nice turn from Dempsey. Dempsey, you gotta put that away. That is not at all what I was trying to do, but it worked out perfectly, and we get on the board 2 minutes in. We are such a better second half team than we are in the first half. First halves, we just look like crap. We absolutely just suck. Second halves, we turn it on from the get-go, and we're all over teams. And it's 1-0 over Brentford early in this. I have no idea why we're so much better in the second half. Yes, Blinn. Nicely done. Alexis Blinn. Still going. Look at all the space for Blinn. A shot, but it's blocked, but he's brought down to the box. And it will be a penalty. Alexis Blinn went on a mad run. I didn't know he could do that. That was very impressive. That was Clint Dempsey-like. And speaking of Clint Dempsey, he is going to take this penalty for us. Let's see if we can't put this thing away, and it's saved. The struggles with myself and Clint Dempsey on penalties continues in FIFA 16. I can't get Clint Dempsey to put a penalty away. Cannot do it. There you go, Valdez. Valdez, who just came on, is on the end of this thing, and nobody's going to catch him. Valdez, fire. What the heck was that? Oh, the ball's through to Valdez again. Come on, Valdez. Please don't screw it up again. Valdez. Oh, ref! That's definitely a penalty this time. Valdez, I screwed it up again with him, but that one was my fault. I took too many heavy touches, but he just barely got on the end of that thing and won himself a penalty. Okay. For the love of God, Clint Dempsey, please put this one away. I beg you. That was such a bad penalty take. But at least he put it in the back of the net. It's 2-0 over Brentford, and I've scored a penalty with Clint Dempsey, finally. You know, Brentford is playing a very, very dangerous game at the back. Whoa! What the heck? That just went through my player. What a shot! That was... What? How did the world did that even work? There is the final whistle as this thing comes to an end. You know, that end of that game was bonkers. They very nearly got a goal on a wonderful shot. I mean, that was insane. I have no idea how he even got that on target. When I can't put a ball on target from about 8 yards out with Valdez in the box, he almost put a curling shot on first touch from about 25. That was crazy, but we do get the win, the 3 points at home against Brentford, so I'm very happy with that. Alright, so after that game, we come back and we have an offer for Clint Dempsey from Arsenal. Now, I screwed up the last offer I got for Dempsey from Chelsea. I went overboard with the counter offer. I wanted like 20. That was way too much. So I'm going to counter with 15. I don't want to sell him to Arsenal. I hate Arsenal, being a Tottenham fan. But I don't have a choice. I have to sell Clint Dempsey. He's very unhappy. And honestly, I don't have a spot for him. He's going to be a backup on this team. I like this formation. I like the team, how the team plays in it. So at this point, I don't really need Clint Dempsey. $15.5 million, though, I could really, really use. So while we wait for a response from Arsenal on that Clint Dempsey deal, we do have another game to get into, and it's a road game against Leeds, and I have made a little bit of a tweak to our starting 11. We are full strength for this game. However, I've moved Ivanchitz up to the left forward spot where he's a little bit more naturally suited to play there. And then I've brought in Freeberg in the center mid spot where Ivanchitz used to play. I've dropped Marco Papa to the bench. I just haven't liked what Marco Papa's been giving me in this spot. So I'm going to see if Ivanchitz is a little bit better there. Other than that, full strength starting 11 ready to go. Here is a look at Leeds starting 11 for this game, and I actually know a few of the Leeds players. Actually, I know a lot of their players. They're pretty good, actually. I'm a little bit worried about this game. If we can come out of here with a draw, I'd be very happy. A win would be amazing against a team like this. This is not an easy place to come and play. Leeds are probably one of the better teams in the championship, at least in this game right now. So here we go. Kickoff against Leeds. On the row, we're in the black kits, my favorite kits the Sounders have again. Again, like I said, I would like 1 point from this game. I feel like that would be a solid performance from this team. Oh, wow. Whoa, that ball got all sorts of turned me around in the air. Oh, my God. Yo, Leeds is just coming out and destroying us right now. There's not a lot I can do about this. I'm trying, but they're all over me. And there goes Obafemi Martins. That is a run from Oba that I love to see. Oba, go ahead. Oba tries to dink, and it very nearly works. That was so close to being an incredible goal. There you go, Hachi Mastor. Play that ball. There you go. Hachi Mastor may not get a goal, but he might lead the team in assists this season. He is freaking incredible getting people open shots. This time it's Ozzy Alonso, I think, that ends up on the end of that one. And it's 1-0 over Leeds. I mean, I can't get Hachi Mastor a goal for his life, but he sets up some beautiful goals himself, so I can't be mad at the kid. He's playing very well. That's why he's stuck in the starting spot in the right mid or the right wing spot. No one can take his spot because he plays very well despite not getting on the score sheet himself. A corner now. Let's give this ball to Hachi Mastor. Seems to be the guy to set up the goals for us. Hachi. There you go. Turn. I don't know where to go. Oh, there's Oba. There's Obafemi Martins. Mastor's got 2 assists. I told you. He doesn't score goals, but he gets assists like crazy, and it's 2-0 over Leeds. They just fell asleep on that. Everyone started pushing out, and Obafemi Martins just took up the space, wide open in front of net. Sliding finish, but he makes it work. 2-0 now over Leeds on the road. There you go, Ozzy. Very nice. Hachi Mastor. Ooh, ow. He got wrecked in there. But Oba gets it back to him. Mastor gets through, takes the shot. Hachi Mastor finally gets paid off for his hard work. And he gets a goal, and it is 3-0 over Leeds. That was a quick goal following the second one. Wow, we're killing Leeds right now. I didn't think this would happen at all. I thought, well, I said 1 point would be good. A 3-0 lead 35 minutes into this is very surprising. So actually, with that 3-0 lead heading into halftime, I'm going to make a sub. I'm going to bring Marco Papa on for Ivanchitz. I'm trying to get Marco Papa going. I really want him to stick in this team. But his performances haven't been up to par yet. I mean, I really, really need him to play better. Get out there, Mears. Oh, no. Cross into the middle. Wow! Yeah. There were 2 of them there, and they pinched and, like, created a wall that I couldn't get through. That was a perfectly worked corner. I cannot complain about that. Look at the wall they just created with their 2 bodies. And just pinched Brad Evans right there. Evans had no chance of getting through there to stop that. Nothing I could do. That was just a great play. We're going to play this thing short to, I think it is Marco Papa. Marco Papa's done some oh my God, Marco. Don't do him like that, Marco. The ball falls right to, uh-oh, it's Chad. It's Chad Marshall. That's not where I want it. How is this working? I have no words for what just happened, actually. I don't even want to talk about it. I didn't mean for that to happen. That ball went to the completely... not only did it go to the wrong person, it went in the complete wrong direction. I was trying to lay it off to the top of the box to Brad Evans out there. Instead, Marshall put it through the legs of that defender to Ozzy Alonso, who finishes it in the box because Leeds decided not to mark anybody in the box in there. There you go, Rose. We'll play that ball up the wing to Marco. Marco's got fresh legs. He could make something happen here. Marco Papa, What was that center back doing? I understand he had to try to mark Valdez and stop Marco Papa. He didn't do either. He's still standing in the same spot. He never moved. Marco Papa just dribbled straight past him and put it in the back of the net. Okay, it's 5-1 now over Leeds. This has just been the weirdest game so far that I have played in this series. I don't understand what has happened to Leeds. I expected it to be a difficult game. They've been actual shit this game. Terrible. There is the final whistle. Another win, and an impressive one on the road at that. That was a domination over Leeds. I mean, we absolutely killed them. What a freaking performance from this entire team. So Arsenal has come back after my counter offer to them of 15.5. They've rejected that. They're not willing to pay any more than their original offer of 13.5. I don't really want to sell him for that cheap, especially to Arsenal. But we really, really do need this money. And Dempsey, unfortunately, he's like I said, he's 32. He's not going to grow. He's not going to be in this team when we really need him in the future in the Premier League. I'm going to try to get the most money out of him as I can. So right now, I think $13.5 million is going to be the best offer. So we're going to sell him to Arsenal. So that is going to do it for this episode. We did complete the Dempsey deal, $11.5 million into our transfer budget for that one. And it's a deal, those kinds of deals where it's a player like that, it's very difficult to pull the trigger on. But it was a deal that made sense for this team. 32 years old, I didn't really need him on the field anymore. He'd be a very, very high-priced backup or substitute at that point. And I needed the money. The $11.5 million is going to go a long way to strengthening this side and getting the depth that we need. So we just had to make that deal. So a look at the table now, though. We are on top, which is not at all what I expected. 4 games in as it is, but we are on top. But this is really just a dream start. We're yet to hit any injuries or suspensions, so I don't expect this to last. We're riding the wave for now, but I expect this to come down at some point. Hull and QPR are right on our heels. They're 2 of the teams that got relegated from the Premier League last season. I expect them to be up there when this season comes to a close. But for right now, we're on top, and that's all that matters. But that is going to do it for this one. If you had as much fun as I did, make sure to let me know by leaving a like below. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you when we come back with some more Sounders Career. See ya.